Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. In this video tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a really easy decorative towel. But before we get started, I just want to let you know that you can follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. So let's take a closer look at that decorative towel. I'm going to show you how to take a simple little novelty towel like this, cut it in two, and make two towels out of it. You'll need the following supplies to do this. You'll need about 1/4 yard of fabric, or dig through that scrap pile, 1½ inches of Velcro, and about 1/2 yard of ribbon. So let's get started. This towel I purchased from Walmart, and I can actually get 2 towels out of the one because the same design is on each side. So the first thing you want to do is find the center of your towel. Because I don't want to cover up the antlers, I measured the distance between the highest antler here and the highest antler there, and it's 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to cut 3/8 of an inch away from the 2 tallest antlers. If you're using this same towel, put your 3/8 of an inch mark on the edge at the tallest antler, and that'll be your center through here. So go ahead and cut your towel in half. Here's how to measure for the border at the lower portion of the towel. As you'll see, this towel edge down here is curved. It's not very even. But once we put the border piece along here, it'll straighten it out and no one will ever know that it's crooked. So first measure the width of your towel. This particular one is 15½ inches. So add 2 inches to the length or to the width this way. Then you need to decide how long you want your border. I want my finished size of my border to be 3 inches, so I need to add an additional 1/2 inch to that. So I'm cutting my piece out 17½ inches going this way and 3½ inches going that way. Cut the ribbon the same width as this, which is 17½ inches. Take the ribbon and lay it over the edge, and then stitch on the lower portion of the ribbon all the way across. I've just completed the stitching along here, and this is what it looks like on the back. So you're only overlapping it about halfway through the width of the ribbon. At each end, fold it over 1/4 of an inch and then stitch it down. To do the hem, fold it 1/4 of an inch and press, fold again 1/4 of an inch and press, and then stitch all the way along this edge right here. And when you're done, this is what it looks like. Center your strip along the lower edge of the towel, and then at each end, fold it over and stitch it down. Then stitch along the upper edge of the ribbon and on the lower edge of the ribbon. Fold your towel. Turn it over to the front and make sure that if you have a particular picture or design on the front, make sure it's centered. Then measure across the top here. Mine measures about 7 inches, so I'm going to add 1/2 inch to that. This is the heavy iron-on interfacing. On one side, it's going to be very dull, and on the other side, it'll be a little shiny. The shiny side is the glue side. You're going to draw your pattern on the dull side. Here is the suggested pattern that I have for the top of the towel. This across here, I drew a line that was 7½ inches. This represents the folded width of my towel plus that 1/2 inch for a seam allowance. then it's 4.5 inches this way. 2¼ inches in from the side, I put a mark here and here, and then I drew lines that are 4.5 inches long here, which is about a 3-inch width right in here. To draw the curves, just take anything round. I took my spool of thread and just traced around it, and do the same thing in the other corner. Bring 2 pieces of fabric together with the front side, or the pretty side of the fabric, together. Lay your heavy iron-on interfacing on top and pin it around the edges. Then go ahead and use scissors or rotary cutter and cut this out, and you're cutting right on your drawn lines. After you cut it out, you're going to stitch on these sides here. Leave this open, and there your seam will be 1/4 inch from the edge. After stitching, make sure you trim some of the fabric off around each corner, and then down here at these 2 lower inside corners, you want to go straight in and clip and do the same thing on this side. Then on this curved edge, do little clips all the way around the curved edges on both sides. Then after you have finished clipping, reach in between the 2 fabrics and begin turning it front side out. You can use something like a chopstick to go inside and poke at your corners up here, the very top, and then you can also use it to push against the curves to push that fabric out so that it's nice and round. Then I suggest you press this with your iron. And one more thing I like to press is turn your edges in at the bottom 1/4 inch and press those with your iron. That'll make it easier for you to insert your towel inside. Here is my front side. On the back, stitch a piece of Velcro down here and up here. And I used maybe 1.5 inch long piece of Velcro. When you're stitching it on, just stitch it through the back layer of fabric. This one here, you can stitch through all the layers. Insert your towel inside, then place pins down here to hold it into place. After you have finished pinning, then go ahead and stitch close to the bottom edge here, right along here. Then after doing that, you're going to stitch around the edges here and go in about 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch all the way around these edges. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more decorative kitchen towel tutorials, check below the YouTube screen for the video links. Thanks for watching and happy sewing! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button, and don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell so you can receive notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is Scotty, and this is Manny. See you next time, and happy sewing!